Welcome to The Road Less Traveled, where I talk about every topic that has ever roamed my mind and has led me to this very moment today. Please join me. If being too hard on yourself was a person, it wouldn't even stand out, because everyone you meet has had a moment or a few talking down to themselves about something they did wrong. Me personally, I cannot sit in those conversations. It does not matter if it was 20 years ago, 10 months ago, 5 weeks ago, or a day ago. You still would find that same person talking about that same thing because they have not rested with the idea that it has happened and it's actually killing them. Do you ever wonder why their energy never moved? Why they never saw growth? Well, it's simple. They are still holding space for that moment to exist because it matters to them. And props to them for actually having something that matters. When you make a choice to be better in your actions, the only way to move through life is to forgive yourself. You can't start the next big thing, chase that dream, if you are still holding on to some bags that you need to let go of. Blaming yourself does not have time for you, but you seem to make time for it, and it is tiring you out. No matter how many times you play the thought in your head, it will never go away until you accept that you are forever growing and learning. You're not perfect. Imperfection is whatever you think it is, but in this case, what we're all thinking, that's not it. When you do something wrong, it is because you have not experienced that trial yet of what it feels like to be in the wrong. Usually people who feel bad after they do something are bound to correct it. And that's growth, because they know that if they don't, then it becomes a repeated test. Holding on to an experience can't make room for the next one. Like I just stated earlier, you will be holding on to a billion bags on your back, and you will weigh yourself down, and you won't get to experience the next big thing because you're still holding on to something that happened 20 years ago. Be in the flow and accept that you have to be reprogrammed to be fully integrated into an objective individual who sees that mistake as an opportunity, not a subjective way of thinking. Here's an exercise for you. Simple, really. Make a list of 10 things you did that you have not forgiven yourself for. And if it's worth fixing, then take the steps to fix it. And if you are blaming yourself simply because pain is a motivator and that's how you operate, then reframe your thinking and actually, I know this sounds crazy, but justify that action. The more you reflect on a negative behavior and actually justify it to make sense to you, then you won't have the space to hold on to it because you understood that it was a part of your journey. After that, there's no need to keep it on that list. In the end, you are the most important person in the scenario, putting heavy weight on it. And no matter what anybody says, you did. You can dictate how much weight of that situation you must carry and the time it takes to release. The same concept goes for forgiving others. The best way to be is to empathize with everyone you meet because they are forever growing and changing too. You can't demonstrate a behavior until you have done it a few times. Inner growth starts when you move from always forgiving yourself to starting to forgive those who instill pain onto you. If they do not truly deserve your second chance, then you are better off letting them learn for themselves and try to thank them for giving you more grace to love yourself. The cool thing about forgiveness is you do not have to say a word. You just have to come to an agreement with yourself that they won't get a third chance to harm you. They will be exiled out of your world forever. And that's okay. But guess what happens when you finally release them? You feel so free. Human interactions are bound for trials. You will always have a negative person around you. They might be even cursing at you and saying the most outrageous things. But if you want peace, then be your version of peace, and they will move accordingly. I mean, you cannot prevent people from coming into your life from time to time trying to shake you up, but you can stand up and use your core strength to be unshakable. People will begin to realize after a while that you do not have space to carry their darkness too, because you have a responsibility to become friends with your own, and their problems have nothing to do with you. Forgiving yourself and others takes time and patience, but it also takes someone willing. I'll catch you in the next one.